At this point, we got about 90% of the implementation of the EEPROM in the software. Made a lot of changes to FT817OS. See a couple new commands that are temporarily here. Bit check, and boundary was added. Boundary is a function that, given a band and a frequency, will tell you if that frequency falls within the range of the band of the ham radio bands. I'll just show that right quick. Boundary 40 meter 7.000.00 returns no error. In boundary 40 meter 14.070.00, and you can see that it returns the error. I added that in there because I'm working on boundaries right now, which brings me to the new area. We were familiar with the config area. This is for the configuration, and I am sorry, the screen is a bit small, doesn't capture everything. This is the configuration for the radio. These are the menu options, with the exception of these menu options right here. These are actually configured in each given band. On the radio it doesn't look like that, but it is, and I'll get into that later. So the configuration options are all in here, including the extended menu options, and I can do a show, and show will immediately dump all the configuration options, make them available by number. And that pretty much ends configuration options for now, until I find some missing EEPROMs. What I wanted to show is a new feature, is memory is a new directory. And if I go into memory and then type help, these are my options right now. I've completed the implementation for VFO memories. There are two types of memories on the radio. There's VFO memories that capture certain types of information, and it is set up into categories based on what band it is. And then there's the other memory options that are done, the recorded memories of the radio. That could be any band, any option. So the writing of the software is a little different, so they're separated into two. I'll choose a VFO, and now it'll take me to memory VFOA. Type help again. And this is where VFOs are a bit different from the other memory. They're broken down by band. And here's my band options. And I'll type in 40 meters. Now I'm in memory VFOA 40 meters. Type help again. This help screen is not finished yet. I still need to add some information into here. It hasn't been done yet. Show is here. All these commands work. This just requires some simple editing. If I type in show, this is still just some debug information I still have to pull out. This is not part of it. This is what is stored in the memory area for VFOA for 40 meters. And some of these functions you'll recognize from the configuration config menu that are missing. They actually belong in here. I could go to any band, 20 meters, and show. See, we come up to 20 meters. I could go to 2 meters and show. And we see our configuration for 2 meters. What I wanted to do, go to 40 meters. And see that from here, I can change any one of these settings. I can make the receive frequency 7.060.00. This will sit here and update the addresses in the background. If I type show again, I have the new address. One of the reasons for that frequency boundary watcher was it was created just for this. So if I'm in 40 meters right now, it is possible within the ROM to change the frequency stored in 40 meters way outside of the range, 40.070.00, and bad things happen. So if I attempt to do that, it'll catch it because of a hash I've created here. And this is bit watcher, all filled in. These are all our unknown bits outside of the memory areas, and I've created boundaries. Right now, the boundaries are set up only for the American version. There are no conditions to call boundaries for a Japanese version or a European version, but you can see that it's going to check the highs and lows to make sure the number falls within the range. So the implementation for all of the VFO memory is complete. Sorry. So you can go to whatever VFO you now. I'm on VFO-B 40 meters. Type show. And there you have it. I'll pull this out. This is I believe this is a 24-bit binary that's being captured for one of my strings of information. I'll find out which one it is. And that's where we are.